Hello guys, it is Gate of Theories here, and Mamma Mia 2 has done really well at the box office, just like its first movie, and because they both did so well, we can start asking the question, will there ever be a Mamma Mia 3, and if so, what will it be about? So, first of all, does the cast actually want to do a third movie? I mean, if you were like Meryl Streep, who played Donna, she didn't actually want to do a sequel, but then when the sequel came, they decided to keep Donna in, but replace her with Lily James as the prequel. Of course, Meryl Streep was in Mamma Mia, here we go again, but we have a full video of why on earth the writers wrote her out of the second movie. You can go and watch that by clicking the card. But apart from Meryl Streep, does any of the other cast actually want to be a part of it? Well, actually, in an interview with the cast, they actually said that they'd be pretty up for it if they did do a third one.
Well, we're ready for a third, right? We're ready for the next sequel because it's just so much fun to do.
Yes, why not?
Do a third movie.
Oh,
Yeah.
beyond, yeah.
So, it looks like the cast are happy to do a third movie, except from, depending on what the third movie is like, depends on which cast they will actually need. Now, Meryl Streep might not return unless she returns as a ghost character for Donna, and it's unlikely that any of the prequel characters like Lily James will return either, unless this third movie also has a prequel in. But as you saw before, Lily James is up for a third movie, so if they added a prequel into Mamma Mia 3, then Lily James might come back. But apart from that, the rest of the cast seem to be perfectly fine, and they will just come as usual. And these are new characters as well, including Fernando and Ruby, as they seem likely to return. Now, seeing as we've got a cast, it looks like that Mamma Mia 3 could go ahead, but what would the movie be called? Now, it could be called many things, and Lily James and Amanda Seyfried have joked saying if they did do a third movie, it would be called Mamma Mia the DNA Test, and it would be where Sophie finally finds out who her real father is.
We laughed that it could be Mamma Mia, the DNA test. You finally find out who the dad is.
But because Mamma Mia's 2's title was a line from a song, then it might be called something like Mamma Mia Winner Takes It All, which is basically like Lily James's title. It could also be called Mamma Mia Don't Shut Me Down, as that's ABBA's song title for their latest song, which they released in 2018. Or it could be called something else related with an ABBA song. Speaking of songs, which ABBA songs would be in Mamma Mia 3? Well, first of all, we can guess that Dancing Queen, I Have a Dream, The Name of the Game, Super Trooper, Waterloo, and of course Mamma Mia are all going to appear in Mamma Mia 3 in some way, because those songs are the only songs that have appeared in already both Mamma Mias, and they are some of ABBA's most well-known classics. And as for any other songs, well, there are loads to choose from, as ABBA have done some amazing songs over the years. But I have a feeling that there'll be quite a few brand new ABBA songs that have been released really recently. So that's the cast, the songs, and the name of the actual movie that we've sorted out here. Now, what about Mamma Mia 3's plot? Luckily, at the end of Mamma Mia 2, it did leave some hints to what the plot might be if there was ever a third movie, and it leaves us with two possible ideas for the third movie. Now, the first one is all about Ruby and Fernando. Now, at the end of the second movie, it sort of made it clear that Ruby and Fernando still like each other, and the third movie could all be about how on earth maybe they get married or something about that. And if you enjoyed the prequel, which I certainly did in Mamma Mia Here We Go Again, then the third movie might include a prequel to before Donna was born, and look back at how on earth Ruby and Fernando met, how they first dated, and how they ended up splitting up. And basically reveal to us who on earth Donna's dad might be. It might be Fernando, or it might be another person. And if you want to go and see a full video about that, then you can go and click the card. Or the second idea could be about Sophie and Sky, which seems more plausible, as the first two movies have all been about Sophie and Sky. Now, in this idea, it would be at the end of the second movie, of course, it revealed that Sophie is pregnant. Now, the third movie could either be Sophie and Sky dealing with the idea that Sophie's pregnant, and then at the end of the movie, Sophie actually has her baby. Or it could be Sophie has already had her baby and is trying to cope with having a baby and is trying to bring the baby up very well. And like I said before, they might include another prequel, and this time this prequel could involve some of the cast from Mamma Mia Here We Go Again, such as Lily James, who could return as she said she would love to do a third movie. Meaning this one would take place just after where the second movie prequel was, where Sophie is a baby and Donna is looking after Sophie as a baby, and basically Sophie is remembering how on earth her mother Donna brought her up and is using that to relate to how on earth she is bringing up her own child. And I say that the second idea is more plausible than the first one, as Mamma Mia is all about Donna and Sophie. So the second one, with the idea of still having Donna in it and still having Sophie in it, seems more likely. Finally, if they did do a third movie, then it wouldn't come out 10 years after the second movie like they did with the first movie, as the cast would be too old, and the cast have said if they did want to do another movie, they wouldn't like to wait, meaning the third movie might come out in only a couple of years. So guys, that is what we think Mamma Mia 3 would be like if it ever came out. If you did enjoy this video, then please like it and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. You can check out our other Mamma Mia videos by watching our playlist. You can either go and click the card to see it, or there will be a link to the playlist in the description down below. Tell us in the field section down below if you want a Mamma Mia 3, because we here really do want it, as we loved the previous two. So tell us that in the field section down below. Also, tell us if you agree with any of our theories for what the plot of Mamma Mia 3 would be, and tell us if you prefer theory 1 about Ruby and Fernando, or theory 2 about Sophie, Donna and Sky and their child. So tell us all that in the field section down below. And as always, we've been here on Gate of Theories. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.